I live on the countryside of Sweden. But there's something about tomatoes. It's always gonna be my favorite, I think. I need to do a major cleaning up day here soon. This is our view. It's usually very pretty. We built this house 3 years ago. See, we have projects everywhere. I'm making this a beautiful cottage garden. The oasis is gonna be full of flower beds and trees. Hello. It's officially spring, I would say. Spring came quite early, like really fast actually. It was full on winter like 3 weeks ago. But it's exciting. I have a routine now to have my afternoon coffee outside here, enjoying the sun. It's a little less windy here by the house. And I'm actually starting a few seeds today. I've already done leeks, celeriac, celery, a few things like that. But now I just felt like going outside and start my tomatoes. It is a little bit windy, so I prepped beforehand so I can just pop the seeds in, enjoy my coffee, and then head inside again. It was much nicer out here yesterday. But I'm gonna go through the tomatoes, and I also have my eggplants or aubergines. But it's quite a few different varieties this year. Super exciting. I usually grow like 2 or 3, maybe 3 to 4 varieties. But now I've just wanted to play around a little bit. For indeterminate cherry tomatoes, I have Indigo Rose, I have Sun Gold. Indigo Rose is a new variety to me that I'm trying this year. Sun Gold is something that I've grown all of the 4 years that I've gardened. And then I have 2 mini or like pot dwarf kind of cherry tomatoes. One orange variety called Aztec. I'm gonna see if it's anything similar to the Sun Gold. Probably not, but I am on the hunt for a determinate variety for the Sun Gold, like a substitute for that. And then one red cherry tomato called Vilma. I grew this last year. Honestly, last year was such a fail in the tomato department because I had some sort of disease running in my tomatoes upstairs in my growing room, so I had to start them over like 3 times, I think. So naturally they were quite late. And then we had like a really warm spring like we do now. And then May came and it was like super cold, and I've already planted out everything. I think we even had like late frost or close to a frost. Not fun. So I had a really bad success with tomatoes. Like, not bad because I still got a lot of tomatoes, but I did struggle quite a lot. So I want to start everything quite early so that I have room for error. If I have some sort of disease, then I can start them over and still be okay with starting them over time-wise, like the whole March and April I have, without delaying any produce. And then I have 2 determinate style tomatoes. Maya, it's a Swedish variety. It's a red, just regular slicing tomato. And then a kind of similar to the Indigo Rose, but maybe a little bit lighter, Black Prince. And this is a slicing tomato as well. Oh yeah, I also have the Yellow Donut. First, I wasn't gonna sow Romas or saucing tomatoes. And then I just looked through everything. I was like, maybe I should, because I might regret it. But now I'm looking at it again, and I'm like so satisfied with my choices here that I'm like, do I wanna take that space? I don't know. But yeah, we've just been enjoying the weather a lot. I've actually done some direct sowing already in a covered bed that I have a cold frame. I did some few different kind of lettuce and spinach and arugula. I did broccoli rabe, radishes. I am hoping to get most of these before Easter. They will have about 4 weeks, but we'll see. I think maybe I'll get some maybe tiny lettuces and radishes. I brought out chard and beets. I was just thinking I could have them underneath. It's protected. It's getting really warm in here while the other beds are completely frozen. So this is really advanced with this kind of cover, like a greenhouse cover, but I think it's gonna be a little bit too cold maybe. So both the chard and the beets are gonna have to wait for a few more weeks, maybe until April. I have a little gem lettuce, I have 2 different kinds of spinach, I have arugula, I have radish, broccoli rabe, and then carrots. I'm gonna try to cover this whole bed with these seeds. So the middle is about right here. I'm gonna do the broccoli rabe in the middle, 2 rows. Maybe I'll do all of the lettuce here on this side, spinach. So maybe something like this. Norris and Winter Giant. I'm gonna test out both. So excited to be out here sowing seeds. gonna show you underneath here. I got this fabric. It's like a frost cloth with, I think it's spinach. I did sow winter lettuce and spinach under here last fall, and then they didn't have time to grow, so I think they overwintered. Other than that, I just need to do some like cleaning up. Here I got garlic. Here is garlic bed too. It has sunken quite a bit, the soil level. Here you can see, so we need to top it off and get rid of some things that I didn't in winter. And unfortunately we lost this. It was the same plastic thing, but it broke. And I did have winter lettuce here that died because of it. And we have the trellises and all of that to do. But it's such a nice weather outside and I'm so excited for spring. You can see the winter is holding on. I'll say maybe 1 week and then all the snow will be gone. But yeah, I need to do a major cleaning up day here soon this month. So I'm just gonna do Romas, whatever. I'm gonna do 4 Romas that I'm gonna plant in front of my indeterminate tomatoes. And as for the aubergines, I have Black Beauty and Patio Baby. I don't know why, but tomato always feels like the kickstart of spring for me, or like even like kickstarting the growing season. Even though I've already grown quite a lot, I still have more than half left. But there's something about tomatoes. It's always gonna be my favorite, I think. I don't know, I start to reminisce about summer, I guess. All right, I've got everything labeled nicely. And let's plant. Oh, this makes me so happy. I get so much energy. I actually have had some sort of muscle damage, but I've been so like beaten down. I could not move all yesterday. I was just sitting outside here for a little bit, but then I just laid in bed most of the time. But anyways, now that I'm outside and doing this and I've been moving a little bit today, I feel so much better. And that just, you know, when you've been sick and you're like, I'm never taking granted being healthy again. That's exactly how I feel. So the lowest guaranteed germination percentage is 75. I think I'm gonna plant 3. And if I get 3, I will be very happy and I can plant it somewhere else or I can give it away. I would never throw away a tomato seedling. So I've ordered 2 like arches for the entrance to my vegetable garden. They're like wooden structures and I really think they will look so pretty. Hopefully they're like sturdy. We'll put them into the ground, but I'm gonna pop up a picture on the screen here so you can see what it looks like, and I will of course film the whole process of us putting it up and everything. And this is more my style of videos if you're new. I really like to connect. Struggling to get this package open here, but yeah, I touched a little bit on like my health. I don't really feel the need to get deep into it because we all have our things. I don't think it's relevant or like it's not gonna change anything on my channel. And yeah, so the only thing I just wanted to touch on was that I've been struggling like with stress and like what should I do, what to do with my life, with work now that my maternity leave is over, all of that, like a little bit of a life struggle, I guess. I'm getting married this summer and it's just a lot. But the only thing for me is that I've been doing this for quite a long time now, a few years. But I can see progress that I'm making with the channel and growth and quality, like all of this. It feels like second nature to me now, like the editing and like it's a rhythm. But I still haven't reached like the requirements for like watching hours and all of that YouTube requires for a partnership. And I'm not gonna like nag about this in my videos. I feel like I've done that too much already. I just wanted to explain my point about that. It wasn't like a pick me or like feel sorry for me or even like please subscribe or whatever. For me, it's really just understanding, like if I can't be active or like present. Enough of that. I just wanted to explain myself a little bit further on that topic. I don't do this for money. Obviously, I don't get any money from this, and I wouldn't do that if I did get money, if that makes sense. But I am going to stop blabbering about it. If you want to subscribe, then do. For me, the most important thing is that you stick through with me in my videos. With that being said, I have now planted everything, and I actually have to heat up my coffee. It's cold now. But I'm gonna top it with vermiculite. I'm gonna water it in, put a humidity dome on top here, and then put it on a heating map. They are nightshade plants. They love warmth. So if you do like this type of content, as I mentioned, live on the countryside of Sweden. So here we have so many ongoing projects. We are painting the house. Excuse this ugly AC unit thing. We're actually gonna put some sort of cover here, and then here I'm probably gonna have like cold frames or planting table or something. This is my growing area. It's not very nice outside, very brown. But this is our view. It's usually very pretty. But we're currently like building everything up from the ground. So we built this house 3 years ago, and we're building like decking, and we're sowing things, and we are finishing this vegetable area this year. This is our neighbor's ugly tent. We actually planted arborvitae in front here. They are growing really well. So the raised beds are done. We just need some trellises and like a border here. This is where I'm planting flowers this year, I think. And then these 2 arches that I'm buying, one is going over here and one is going right here. So this will be a gravel pathway leading from the front here. And then this is what we call the oasis. It's mostly just grass, but we're planting trees and shrubs. We planted 1 tree here, 1 tree there. And this is the flower bed that I'm working on behind this other project. See, we have projects everywhere. So we're expanding this flower bed. I have some perennials and evergreens and shrubs in here already, but we're expanding it quite a lot. We might even expand it around this tree here, we'll see. But then we're doing one over here and one over there. Like, it's gonna be bordered with flower beds, so that's what we're working on. This is a project that I'm actually working on as soon as you can dig. But this is my old vegetable garden from 3 years ago, and I have asparagus and things in there, but we're gonna remove the wood. If I can dig my asparagus up, then that would be great, because I would probably have to move them, but there's nothing in here. Like, I can move all of this and make this a in-ground bed. That's what I want for my asparagus and things. And here around these 2 and around this, whatever that is called, I am making a native perennial flower bed. And I've already sown the seeds. I can link the video if you want to see what I'm sowing for the bed. And then here I planted like spring bulbs and a climbing rose. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. These are rhododendrons that I planted in fall, and some deer has, this is devastating because these are evergreens, but hopefully they will grow big really quickly. But they bounced back, and that's so nice to see. Here is our cottage, and I'm making this a beautiful cottage garden, building out an entrance here. We're gonna build a garage. The oasis is gonna be full of flower beds and trees. We're gonna have a pergola here on the patio. It's such a pretty view. I will never get tired of this, honestly. Here we're gonna have either a greenhouse or an outdoor kitchen. That's why we have pipes coming up here with water and electricity. Here I have my blueberries that I think I'm gonna have to move. Here I'm gonna continue my compost. I'm gonna build a little cute house for this, I think. So on this side I'm gonna have the compost, and then on that side I'm gonna have a little shed to keep like my wheelbarrows and stuff like that. So this is another flower bed that I'm working on. Here we cut back a huge lilac, so we'll see how that grows back. I'm thinking like a cute picket fence here but the arches are gonna be here quite soon. So I have irrigation and all of that. I have so many videos. I can leave the whole playlist here if you want to watch. We were currently like painting the house. Well, not currently, but we had to stop last year. I have so many things planned out here. We need to do the stairs for the decking. Here we like dump soil and gravel and things. But here I planted an elderflower that's gonna grow huge here, covering a little bit of the neighbors here. This is electricity, and I might have like corner beds. I think that would be really nice. I'm actually thinking about a patch like potatoes or pumpkins or whatever. But if you do subscribe, then at least you know what you're in for. And I mean, I have 2 or maybe even 3 years. Yeah, 3 years of footage for you to just go through, catch up, and then come back and stay with me in real time. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you again next week as usual. Take care. Bye bye.